Alright, so. Now for the last portion of the roster. The supports. I know that these roles have different names. We don't call them those. Let's be honest. We are always going to refer to them as tanks, supports, and DPS. That's just how we are. That's just how it is. So, let's start off with Rocket. He is voiced by Nolan North.
Those guys are about to shoot at us.
Can you hear it? So, Rocket has his, of course, his regular projectile weapon.
That must be really
good. Double KO. That's 3. Wow, 4 in a row.
One of his main heals, though, is Repair Mode, bouncing spears to heal allies.
You're welcome.
He also has BRB, deploy a Battle Rebirth beacon that revives a fallen ally and periodically produces armor packs, and rocket jetpacks.
This is a nice spot.
A little bit of bonus health.
More bad guys.
See, there it is right there. He has his jetpack, which lets him dash forward. He can run on walls. So he's pretty mobile.
I'll patch you up.
And then he has his ult. See ya! Cosmic Yarn amplifier that grants allies a damage boost.
This is real firepower! Armor packs here. Pay up. You're ready for action. Those guys are about to shoot at us.
So yeah, he's pretty simple to play. He's labeled as a 1-star difficult character. You can get a 5% healing bonus for him if you have a Winter Soldier or Punisher, and of course you can put down the infinite ammo beacon for the two of them, or device. And if you have a Groot, you can get a damage reduction if you hop on his shoulders.
You're ready for action.
And now we have what has been my favorite healer to play, Mantis.
The Guardians of the Galaxy value all life.
So she has some elements of mercy in her kit. She has this thing called life orbs, which are those 4 little leaves on the middle of her, down there in the middle of the screen there. You see them right there? So you consume those to either do a heal.
Our enemies are here.
Which is a heal over time, I should clarify. You can see it right there. Or you can use them to give them a damage boost. You can actually have both on your allies if you want. Keep in mind that these don't recharge super fast. If you just keep spamming them, you will run out of them and you'll have to wait. Now, there is a way you can get them back, though. By the way, if you either receive a movement boost when you're not hurt when you consume a life orb, or a healing over time when you have lost health. So you notice how fast Mantis moves? Look at how fast she moves. So when you consume those, you continue to get a movement speed boost if she consumes the life orb to use them on her teammates, or she can press F to use it on herself. Now, notice how fast my life orbs got back. Because I got a crit. And that right there is part of the secret to be more effective when it comes to dishing out your buffs to your allies, is being able to also land crits on enemies. Because as it says, it should say that here. Because unfortunately it doesn't actually say that on the screen here. Because I'm looking and it doesn't say that. But, oh wait, no, I take that back. It says fire an enemy in Thorn and regain a life orb after a critical hit up there. So yeah, if you land a critical hit, you get a life orb back.
Makes me feel good.
Now, her ult. Release energy around her while moving, providing heal over time and movement boosts for surrounding allies. Excess healing converts to bonus health.
Chin up. We are undefeatable! You make me double KO. I am less angry now. That's 3. Makes me feel good. Wow, 4 in a row. 5. That's amazing!
You can also get a self-revive if you team up with Adam Warlock. And if you team up with him, you also give him a 15% healing buff.
We are undefeatable!
Oh, by the way, her shift is also asleep, just like Ana. You throw a spore to sedate the nearest enemy. I messed that up, so let me try and show that here.
Ahead.
Once it's off cooldown.
Let me help. Take a nap.
See that? Yeah. So it's the Ana sleep. Next we have Loki.
Why would anyone want order when they could enjoy chaos?
Oh, I forgot to say that before I get to who voices Loki, which if it isn't obvious, Mantis is voiced by Colleen O'Shaughnessy? I apologize if I mispronounced that horribly. But in case you can't tell, Loki is voiced by, of course, the one and only Mr. Troy Baker. In fact, he's basically doing the Lyndon voice. So Loki is a bit more complicated to play compared to the previous two I just showed. He can be able to get a revive from Hela in a team-up while giving her the damage buff. Or giving him bonus health if he's still alive. He fires to either deal damage or heal allies.
Healing for my friends. Oh, I'm fine. Don't mind me.
So it does not penetrate through your allies to hit enemies. Or maybe it does. No, never mind.
I triumph again.
Because I was trying to see if I could do that. Doesn't look like it does.
Draw near.
So you have to choose either healing your allies or shooting your enemies. However, there is a way to make that work. By putting a clone behind him.
The more the merrier. I am more than just a...
Or rather, in front of him.
Double KO.
Because look at where your clones are firing.
Healing for my friends. I outnumber you.
And then your shift drops this, which are these healing fields, which the clones will also drop. So yeah, rune stones create a magical field that provides healing over time and converts incoming damage to further healing. Illusion to cast some of his abilities. You can swap places with them. So that can be... You can also do a backstab, because he can also go invisible.
Time to vanish. La-di-da.
Now his ult, I'm gonna have to see, is there a way I can get like another character here? Is there a way I can do that? So there's the bonus health. Alright, so his ult is kind of like Echo. He can shapeshift into a targeted ally or enemy hero and use all their abilities except any of their team-up abilities. So I can shapeshift into Hela.
Your powers are mine!
And then use her ult.
Hell unleashed!
I bring hell down on
Wow, 4 in a row. 5. That's amazing.
Ah, splendid. Queen of Hell.
So yeah, Loki can be pretty effective if you know and learn how to play him. Adam Warlock.
I tend to lost souls, like a shepherd tends to his flock.
So he can be able to launch projectiles from his staff here.
Your time has passed.
Double KO. That's 3.
I've dealt with 3 of them.
He can charge it up.
Our foes have arrived.
Like Zenyatta.
Pure cosmic energy.
Double KO.
This ends now.
That's 3. Wow, 4 in a row. 5. That's amazing.
3 enemies defeated.
His healing comes from his shift and his E. So his shift is forge a soul bond with allies, granting them healing over time and distributing damage taken across the bond.
Your souls united. Some assistance, please. Quantum magic.
And his E targets an ally for a bouncing stream of healing energy, which also heals himself upon casting. Self-targets if no ally is selected. The thing that's also really effective when it comes to Adam here is his ability to utilize revival. So he does this. And if allies die,
Born again!
he revives them.
The cosmos heals you.
So he's able to, of course, do that and be able to heal them and revive them. That's one of the things that makes Warlock really, really strong. Definitely one of the better supports in the game.
Born again!
I wouldn't recommend solo healing. I would recommend giving him a Mantis to co-heal with, so he can have that healing bonus and, of course, be able to provide the revives, while also combining his heals with Mantis's heals.
This time I need healing. Quantum magic. This was always your fate.
Double KO. That's 3.
3 down.
Oh, and he is voiced by Mr. Jordan Reynolds. Luna Snow.
I didn't always love my powers, but now I think they're great.
She is voiced by Miss Judy Alice Lee. So, light and dark ice. Fire ice shots that damage enemies or heal allies. Oops. Her right click is a clump of ice to freeze the enemies and restore health.
Snowball fight.
Her E is an idle aura to an ally, which restore health when Luna Snow is healing others. So basically you could put this on a tank.
Strong together.
And as I heal this person, they get healing as well. Her shift is Ice Arts. Fire Ice Shards for a short duration, damaging enemies or healing eyes while restoring her own health.
Ice up. What do I do for an encore?
Double KO!
She has a couple of team-ups. She gets more healing, a 15% healing bonus from teaming up with either Jeff or Namor, and she can get an extra ability from teaming up with Iron Fist. By the way, she also has a couple of passives. Keep moving forward to start ice skating and enable higher jumps. And automatically restore health when casting Ice Arts or Absolute Zero. The extra ability she gets is Frozen Chi. Iron Fist channels the Chi of Xiao Lao into Luna Snow, transferring her ice power into a Chi-infused frosty ring that radiates from her. The ring can launch up enemies with chilling damage and applies a slowing effect while simultaneously healing her allies. So if you do this in the midst of a team fight, a group of enemies and allies...
Frozen spirit.
So you can see the heal it did there.
That one hurts. Do I grow like a girl? What do I do for an encore? I like the cold.
As you can see, that does penetrate.
Wow, 4 in a row!
I just say frozen spirit.
So it doesn't do that much damage, but that's the amount of damage is not why you do that. And then we get to her ult. Fate of Both Worlds. Take center stage and start dancing. Toggle between two performances, healing allies or granting them a damage boost.
I am ready to put on a show.
By the way, I think it's a 40% damage boost from what I recall hearing.
A nice deep freeze.
So yeah, there's a lot of people that love to play Luna Snow, and she's pretty strong and effective. Her ult is one of the best healing ults in the game, in case you couldn't tell.
I am ready to put on a show.
And you don't have to do anything. You just stand here and you can just either toggle between damage or healing.
Immortal chill.
So yeah, she's pretty good. Cloak and Dagger.
People are always afraid of Ty, but they just don't know him.
So, Cloak is... Okay, hold on. The important thing to know is that these are two characters. This is Dagger.
Lights out.
This is Cloak. Cloak is voiced by Hakeem Ysaguirre? I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. By the way, I forgot to mention that Penny is voiced by... Penny Parker is voiced by Sally Amaki. If you don't know who that is, that's Kiriko in Overwatch. And Dagger
My time to shine.
is voiced by Xantha Huyen? I apologize. I'm probably horribly mispronouncing that. But that's Juno from Overwatch. So, just a little, like, Easter egg tidbit there that, you know, this is Juno and Penny Parker is Kiriko. Anyways, the thing about Cloak and Dagger is that they, of course, they are two characters, which means they have two different kits of abilities. Cloak is the DPS, whereas Dagger is the healer.
Lights out.
And they can get a 15% healing bonus if they team up with Moon Knight. So Cloak is able to do continuous damage just like Scarlet Witch.
Double KO.
His right mouse button ability is Dark Teleportation. Shroud nearby allies in the Dark Force dimension and grant them phased, making them untargetable and invisible to enemies and granting them a movement speed or movement boost.
Get in there, y'all.
So that's a great way to counter a specific ult we're going to talk about in a moment with the next character. His E is a blind.
Living thief.
Basically, it just blinds enemies. It's called Terror Cape. And also has vulnerability to amplify damage received. So you do that, and then they take even more damage.
All wrapped up.
Double KO. That's 3.
Triple time.
Then we have Dagger.
Time to shine.
And of course, she's the healer of the group, of the two. So she has her regular attack here, which does heals. It can also do damage. So honestly, if you want to stay as Dagger the whole time, to either do damage or heals, you can. But if you want to, do more effective damage, you're probably going to want to swap to Cloak. The really good Dagger players find ways to utilize both. That's part of the complexity of this character. Unleash a bouncing Light Force Dagger to damage enemies and heal nearby allies. Deploy a Veil of Light Force to heal allies upon touch and granting them a healing boost, which is this.
Just embrace the light.
And Dagger Storm, a volley of daggers creating a healing over time field in the impact area. This little field here. And then we have their ult, Eternal Bond. Perform 3 rapid dashes, healing allies and damaging enemies along the path.
Us against the world.
You see that? It's doing both healing and damage.
In a flash.
Double KO.
Aw, it's
There was actually a point in time where basically you could not die if you were standing in that field there. Like, you could survive Hela's ult if you just stood in this thing.
Get ready. Here come the bad guys.
Like, they were testing this out, and they were like, dude, she can't die. Like, even against the strongest ults in the game, she could not die if she was standing in that field there.
Don't blink.
Double KO. That's 3.
3.
So yeah, Cloak and Dagger is arguably the best support in the game, and can definitely, like, handle solo healing a team if you need a solo healer. I would not recommend it, but if you desperately need to only go with one healer, if you can find a good Cloak and Dagger, she can absolutely do it, because trust me when I say I have seen it. I always forget how to pronounce her name, but Emiliath, I think is how it's pronounced. She is a Cloak and Dagger main, and I have seen her pull off amazing healing games. Like, I saw her pull off a competitive win where she had almost 70,000 healing just as Cloak and Dagger, and she was solo healing that game. So yeah, Cloak and Dagger is a fantastic support. Really, really effective if you really learn how to play her. And they are, like, constantly in games. They're constantly getting picked. Which is one of the reasons why I was talking about how I want to learn more Moon Knight, so I can be able to help make them even stronger, because once she gets that healing bonus from Moon Knight, all of a sudden she becomes even stronger when it comes to her healing. So. And last, but certainly not least, Jeff the Land Shark. Have you ever seen anything more adorable in your life? You're not going to believe who voices Jeff the Land Shark. It's the wonderful Mr. John Bailey! Yes, from the Trailers channel. And I'm sure you guys have seen him on Nostalgia Critic a time or two. He's also the voice of the leader from XCOM 2. Hello, Commander. That's him. That's Mr. John Bailey. Love him. I love that he's been getting more and more work. He was actually in Transformers 1, believe it or not. He was, they got him to voice Soundwave in Transformers 1, which was great. I love that Bailey is getting acknowledged for the talent he is. So, Jeff. So his main attack is a heal. Oh, hold on. That right there is one of the reasons why he's so adorable. So he has a couple of team-ups. He can be able to either team up with Groot to get a damage reduction, or he can team up with Luna Snow and get an extra ability. Luna Snow infuses ice energy into Jeff, who can tap into ice energy power up their abilities. So he gets this.
Double KO.
So yeah, his right click is this projectile attack, a high-speed water sphere that bursts upon impact, dealing damage to enemies within range.
Double KO.
And as you saw, the extra ability from Luna Snow makes it ice-powered and has like a big ice AoE explosion on it. So yeah, you pair up Luna Snow with Jeff, and he can do a pretty good amount of damage.
Double KO.
His shift is what you saw, hide and seek, dive into the ground with his dorsal fin exposed, granting himself movement speed, and he can heal over time and have a wall crawl ability. So you have to hold it in order to wall climb. And he has healing over time while he does this, so. His E is Healing Bubbles. Spit a bubble that heals the ally who collects it, granting them healing boost and movement boost, while also launching up nearby enemies. So there are times he'll also do da-dun, 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 dun, 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 dun. Because of course he's humming the Jaws theme while he's doing this. Of course he is. Why wouldn't he? I gotta let some of my friends know that that's actually John Bailey voicing Jeff. They probably have no idea that that's who that is. And then the thing that everybody knows Jeff the Land Shark for. His ult. It's Jeff! Deep dive into the scene and resurface to swallow both enemies and allies within range, activating hide and seek for a brief duration before ejecting the heroes forward.
Double KO. That's 3.
The thing every person who plays Jeff tries to do. And I mean everybody. And yes, as you can see, you can have allies and enemies there. You can also do this to allies. Oh, that's funny. They got stuck. That's really funny. You can spit out allies early if you want. But of course, the thing that everybody does, they do this and then they just go straight off the map. To guarantee that they will die, because there are some characters that can avoid getting spat out off the map if they have an ability like, say, Hawkeye with his double jump, or Spidey with their jumps, or web swings, Venom, and such. But yeah, it's the thing that Jeff is most known for, because he can do this to the entire enemy team. He can do this to the entire enemy team, and then, you know, be the MVP because he got all of them to fall off the map. Or he can be the absolute worst troll in the game because he can absolutely do this to his allies. Because there's literally nothing stopping him from doing this. So Jeff players out there, beware. Do not be a troll to your team, because if you do, you are a glutton for some reports. And from what I've seen, the developers of Marvel Rivals are already, like, being vehement when it comes to, like, responding to reports. I've already gotten messages from the developers saying, thank you for reporting this person for bad behavior. They have been either muted or they have been penalized because of it. So, behave yourself. By the way, when you swallow both allies and enemies, your allies get healed and your enemies take damage. That is important to know. You are damaging your enemies and healing your allies when they are in your mouth. So, keep that in mind. Alright, so that is the roster, everybody. Now, I have honestly no idea what I'm going to do when it comes to content for this game. I could try and do a video on every character, if that's what you guys would actually want to see, is me actually trying to play every character. Feel free to let me know in the comments if that's what you would like to see. I think I would not mind doing a video where I read the lore and the other stories on each of these characters. And some of these characters we don't really know about. Like, some of these characters have never been introduced in the MCU. Like Luna Snow, Jeff the Landshark, Magic. Those are characters that are not in the MCU. So a lot of people are not going to really know who these characters are. So, yeah. Anyways. Yeah, other than that, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do in terms of content for this game on this channel. I still want to try and see if I can continue trying to see if I can climb, but we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, I hope you guys try this out, and hope you're enjoying it when you do. And I will see you guys next time.